Hi, today we're going to talk about our default settings. What are they? We live in a community. We see people getting angry, upset, frustrated, shouting. Some are happy too. So why are we like that? Why do we get stressed? For example, I'm driving down the highway. When I'm driving down the highway, it's an 80 kilometer per hour speed limit. Someone is behind and they are honking away incessantly. He says, "Get out of the way. Let me move." I, on the contrary, say, I am driving at 40 kilometers per hour and say, "Why is he honking incessantly? Why can't he just take the left side and overtake and move on?" This is the ego in me which is taking it personally and saying, "Why can't he just overtake me from the left?" The man behind is again getting upset because he is righteous. It's an 80 kilometers speed limit. Why can't the guy move to the left and I move straight? I am in the right. We all take it as me and we take it personally. The ego comes into play and that's what upsets us. On the contrary, if we looked at it as a we situation, that is between me and you, why is he honking so much? Maybe he is in a hurry. Let me get out of the way. Let me just give him way. The guy behind could say, "This guy in front is not giving way. God knows what's going on in his head. Maybe he's coming back after a death. He's upset, he's lost. Or maybe he's just a nutcase. Why can't I just take it from the left?" But I choose not to, because we don't look at the we. So it's largely this conflict between the me and the we which creates the problem for all of us. If we could just think from the we point of view, that both of us need to get wrong. There is an issue that you have, there is an issue that I have. It's actually very simple, but we choose not to. I'll give you my own example. We are into reversing chronic lifestyle diseases. We've seen so many people with really chronic states get better. And many a time we would explain things to people, but they wouldn't understand. I would take it as a personal rejection. That, oh my God, why can't they understand that this is good for them? That was me and the ego bothering us. But today when I look at it as we. I said, okay, it's not me that they have rejected. It is health that they have rejected. And it's all right. When they see the light, they will take that decision to change themselves. And it's all right. And we move on happily. We have to understand, if you squeeze a lemon, you will only get lemon juice. Similarly, inside all of us, there are frustrations, anger, guilt, so many different negative emotions. So if I stimulate you, poke you, only that is going to come out what is inside you. If there is love, happiness, joy, only that will come out even if I stimulate you. It's largely about what is inside and not what is outside. But we love to blame the outside. And we don't realize many a time what monsters we have become. The only way you can do a dipstick to check where you are, whether you are a monster or not, is reach out to the closest people. People at work, people at home. Like this little fellow enjoying himself, nibbling on my ears. So you just need to ask them and hope to hell that they are honest and tell you, yes, I'd rather avoid you than not. Or I'd rather spend time with you than be with somebody else. It gives you a dipstick. Most people, out of 10, how many want to avoid you? How many don't? And the little fellow is having a great time over here. So it's very important for us to realize, and we may have different trigger points that bother us, and for each there will be a very good rationale as to why we are right and somebody else is wrong, why the world is out there to get at us. It is important for us to seek out our higher purpose. What is it that I eventually want? Do I want materialistic things? Do I want happiness? Do I want joy? Why am I saying this? Because most of the time we will get sucked into arguments. People will be there who will try to suck you into arguments, get you into fights, try and get you involved in something that is not desirable. We have to learn to resist the temptation of getting into that and actually saying no. No, I will choose not to do that. I will choose not to cheat. I will choose not to fight. Because that is my default setting. And it's only continued use of this option which gets this to become your default setting. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. What is important is to stay away. So initially it will be tough. I will get stimulated maybe 80% or 90% of the time. Over a period of time, if I could reduce this, that is where we find success. It's actually very simple in life. You always have two choices. Do I get sucked in and get into heavyweights, confusion, or do I take the lighter path, which is closer to my higher purpose, and then take a decision? It's just like taking a vacation. Do I carry all the things and go on vacation and then pay a heavy excess baggage at the end? Or do I just travel light with cabin baggage? We know a family where they were very, very particular the moment they got a new fridge. Only we will operate it. Great. It means it will live for a longer life, maybe 20 years, maybe 30 years. But what does that also entail? Nobody else in the house can open it, which means the maids. Now if the maids don't open it, anytime they have to access the fridge to keep something in or take something out, they have to go and call you. You may be sleeping, you may be resting, you may be in another room, but you have to keep coming back to open the fridge for them. Yes, it may mean a longer life for the fridge, but it also means at the expense of your rest, of your peace of mind, of your equanimity. Remember, you are under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. I want to leave you with a last thought. Let's visualize a field with just a few flowers, a lot of dirt, feces, dung, various things. And a bee comes flying along. It seeks out the flowers in that whole terrible patch, goes and sits on it, drinks the nectar, picks up some pollen, spreads love, spreads life. On the contrary, if we have another field full of flowers and just some cow dung somewhere or some dirt somewhere, you will invariably see if a fly comes by, it will bypass all the flowers and seek out the dung. You need to ask yourself, am I the fly or am I the bee? Am I always seeking out dirt and other things in others, or love and beautiful stuff in others? Thank you.